welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Patara. Hey, I want to let you know something. Guess what? Not chicken squat. Don't put it on bread and eat it hot. But, that's what my mother always used to say to me. But, we're in East Tennessee. Welcome to East Tennessee. Welcome to the beautiful valley and mountains of East Tennessee. Welcome to my home. I was born and raised here. I was born at the University of Tennessee Hospital. So, Tennessee, go Vols. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Okay? Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. So you guys need to be coming to Dollywood more or something and understand. Get your taste of real Appalachia at Dollywood and understand that us folks here, we wear a lot of orange and we wear the University of Tennessee stuff because we're Tennessee people. Okay? You got it? Get it? Got it? Good. Does that clarify that? All right. Because some people can't handle a joke when, I have people that try to be. Now, this lady yesterday wasn't. Miss Linda, I don't think she was. She asked me what did the T on my hat, on my beanie mean. But I have to admit to you that I get people that can be quite ugly because they want to assume that means the big orange man, Donald Trump. So I ran with that and joked about it. And I don't think Miss Linda has responded. So thank you, Miss Linda. You understood. I was joking back with you with my emojis and everything. But there was one other gal or guy, Drano, Dino, Bino, I don't know what your name is. It's obviously not a real name. Didn't like it. So I'm sorry. We joke around here. We still get invited to parties every now and then. So, you can't even joke anymore, guys. Let me tell you this, and let's have a moment here. So the other day I got on, not Pinterest. I don't do Pinterest. But I was on Instagram and even if you say, I'm just going to post something cute or pretty or really just simple today, people will have something ugly to say about it or they will fight about it. I can post a tree and I get lectured or ugly comments about Bradford pears. Just say it's a pretty picture. Okay? I can post a picture of a puppy that I'm going to get and I get somebody somewhere, not all of you, you may not, I'm not saying it's you, but somebody will have something silly to say about or question or allude to that I don't know how to raise a Great Pyrenees when I've already got 3 of them. You can post a picture of a meme or a meme that's trying to encourage moms that if they're having a bad day or if their kitchen's dirty, that doesn't mean you're a bad mom. Good moms have sticky floors. Oh no. I had some women go off about my floor is never dirty and and I'm like, this isn't a contest. So this is what I'm saying. Just understand that you live in a world that it wants to fight and that is offended by anything that you do now. I could post a picture of my first blooming tulip right now in my yard. Beautiful red tulip. I could post a picture of it and somebody would have something ugly to say about it. And, it is amazing to me. So you go ahead and talk about Donald Trump and politics and whatever you want to, because you just cannot escape the reprobate mind of people. You just cannot escape people's minds. And I think this is very, very telling in the times that we're living in right now. And I really want to be kind and forgiving and saying people are stressed out. Well, obviously so. But here's the real concerning issue is that people, men and women both, don't have any self-control. They don't. They cannot understand that. Watch this. Why would you say something ugly about a puppy or a tulip or a tree or a pumpkin it doesn't matter anymore. This is where we are, and this is what you have to prepare for yourself. You have got to really tighten your circle. And I was listening to a sermon, not necessarily a sermon yesterday, but actually a video, and I haven't finished it, so I can't give you a full opinion on it, but talking about tribulation. Talking about tribulation. That's what I am really diving in on understanding further and refreshing my mind on what is that, where are we, and all of the above, okay? And in that conversation, if you will, or in that video that was playing, the individual, the gentleman, talks about how if you are strong with God and you are strong with Jesus and you know, all of these things, that the devil will still try to come at you basically through the back door, meaning through other people. Could be family members, could be friends, could be your neighbors. He will come at you in other ways. And his advice was to tighten those circles. You better tighten. He said, you better be tightening your circle, not only to protect you and your family physically, this is about protecting your soul. So when people say silly comments to me, I just ban and delete you at this point. I mean, I don't even waste my time with it, because somebody that is truly trying to be honest, sincere, friendly, they don't talk to you like you're dirt. They don't try to pick fights with you or on your platforms or in your front yard, at work, in Bible school, or wherever you at Kroger. They're not going to do that. They're just not. I mean, I can be having the worst day ever, but I'm not going to go jump on somebody's video or Instagram and just start unloading on them. No, I'll go run the driveway or eat a piece of chocolate or a bowl of ice cream. I don't know what I'll do. Whatever. Talk to my husband or vents to somebody that would just listen to my frustrations. But I don't get on social media. And I think this is something that you need to be really aware of, because I don't look at this as somebody just necessarily having a bad day. A lot of times people or things, and they can be bots and trolls too, are used as instruments to attack you. Not just me, to attack you too. Because I see them attacking you in the comment sections. It's not heavy and hard here. It's really not. But understand that this is, it's not always just as simple as somebody's having a bad day. You're actually probably being tested. And I rebuke that. But it's sad when you can't post a tulip or make a joke. But this is where people are mentally, and this is where they've allowed their realms to be open spiritually, and you need to be very, very aware of that. We're all at stake here in terms of that, and I have to work on myself as well as I encourage you to work on yourself. Be looking around to see who and what you're hanging with. Really, honestly, truly, and that is one thing. Who are you hanging with? What are you hanging with? What are you allowing yourself to be around and to influence your decisions? And I'm telling you right now, your circle has to be extremely tight, because you are living in a very dangerous, dangerous time, guys. I want to encourage you first and foremost to go listen to a video that Glenn Beck put out yesterday about the red heifers. I think this is incredibly important, especially if you are a Christian. I think you need to take note of what he is telling you and of the timeline. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to dive into it, because he does an awesome presentation on his own and explaining what it is. And you can also look this fully up. So I want to mention that. I also want to mention to you that there are a lot of different videos coming out right now in terms of the economy, and a lot of information about what is the Fed going to do with interest rates. Guys, you just got to keep doing the best that you can, because if there is the discussion. It's been loose, but now there is further discussion that there won't even be a rate cut. There may be a rate hike. The economy and the inflation situation that we are in is far worse than they're telling you, and that is by design, because it is an election year. And you know that as well as me. So here's what it boils down to. Regardless of what's going on, whether people are attacking you or your tulip picture or whatever, or if you are seeing more things about the economy, if you are understanding that, like I saw yesterday, a gentleman was on in the early morning on Fox Business. I just turned it on to have some background. not really paying that much attention. I did take a screenshot of it, though, on the TV, so you know I'm not making it up. But a gentleman, he works for Border Patrol, and he point blank said there's going to be more Laken Rileys. If you don't know who Laken Riley is, she is the girl that was in Athens, Georgia, 2 to 3 weeks ago, who went out for a morning jog, 22 years old, nursing student, sweet, cute girl, and was murdered by an illegal invader. The Crypt Keeper leadership has allowed to be here. They're not protecting you. And he point blank said, I'm just going to tell you, as horrible as this is, I'm just going to call it like it is. There's going to be more of this because you don't know what's here. You need to take this very, very serious, folks. We have problems in our country all on our own without adding an additional 7, 8, 10, 12, 20 million people on top of it, okay? And it is true. She would most likely, obviously, be alive today had that individual not acted on his demonic spirits. And there's a lot of these situations going on right now. And you need to be aware of that for yourself and your safety. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman anymore. It doesn't matter if you're young or old. We're all a subject now to this incredible atrocity that is happening here in the United States of America. I said it, and I ain't taking it back. Because none of these people have really, honestly, truly been vetted. They do not have the criteria that is put on you in order to be here, or to even fly out of the country, or to even, for a lot of you, let's look back, to keep your job. That was not required of them, but it's been required of many of you. Okay? So with all of these things, with people being unstable, with crime on the rise, with inflation being questionable in terms of what's going to happen with it, guys, if they raise interest rates, they're really in a pickle, okay? If they raise interest rates, that's going to compound the financial burden and the economic situation that we are in. If they cut rates, guess what? The little people, us little people, are going to suffer harder in terms of inflation. I went to Costco today. I don't know if you've seen this, but to buy olive oil, basic olive oil in the little 2-pack, $51.99 here in East Tennessee at the Knoxville Costco. I did not buy it. I did not buy it. I took a picture of it, but I didn't buy it. $51.99. There's nothing at Costco that I can honestly tell you is as cheap today. It is priced today as cheap as it was, say, 2 to 3 years ago. There's no way. I mean, there's items that are there that, you know, once were $6.99 or $7.99, now, or $7.99, now they're $9.99. A lot of times you will find things being far more expensive than that. I don't have to tell you this because you already know. So what is the answer to all of this? The answer to all of this is the same thing that I always tell you, and we just absolutely cannot get caught up in the minutia of people's shenanigans, political shenanigans, the mainstream media take you out of context shenanigans. Your circle must be super tight. You must be in heavy prayer and understanding the Bible. You really, really do. And that's why I encourage you to go listen to that Glenn Beck video and to open your Bibles. I will be doing a lot more of that because that video yesterday really did make an impression on me. And you have to question, why are we seeing a lot of the things that we are seeing? A lot of good people will tell you that we are living in the last days. Now, does that mean we are entering into tribulation? Are we in tribulation? I'm not going to debate these things with people. I have my own stance on that, and debating with people on whether, is there a rapture or is there not? Guys, do the right things. Pray and prepare and be peaceful and repent and tighten your circle. Don't let the nonsense come in. Don't subject yourself to the nonsense. By default, by being on social media, particularly me, I am subjected to some nonsense. You've seen that. You know that. That doesn't mean I have to tolerate it and let it be a breeding ground. I don't, and I refuse to, and I rebuke that. I said in my video yesterday, at first, I thought I should edit it out because the video is talking about you are in a bloodbath. I understand what Donald Trump said this past weekend. I have 2 videos on it, and it's all very clear. But yesterday, when I was talking about you're already in a bloodbath. Look what's happening at the border. Look what's happening to jobs. Look what's happening to our children. I go over that. Look at, measles. Who wants a dose of measles today? Right? But, you're told that you're making it up if you talk about disease being brought across the border. Okay, sure. But long story short, so I actually changed up the language as bloodshed. And I didn't realize that when I was filming, I did say bloodshed. And then later in the evening, when I sat down to edit the video, I realized I wasn't saying bloodbath consistently. I actually was talking about bloodshed. And I sat there for a few minutes and I thought, you know what? I'm going to leave that in there because the reality is we're in that too. Look what is happening to our people. Crime is on the rise. You have criminals running all over this country now. You don't know whether they're coming or going. You don't know if they're living in your woods. I actually had somebody tell me that they've got them on camera. They have property and they have illegals living in their woods, and they're like trying to figure out what they're going to do. You don't know what those people are going to do to you. You wouldn't know whether they're legal or illegal. It doesn't matter. Crime is on the rise. Look what's happened to all of our babies. I think to actually say bloodshed is actually quite accurate. Look what happened to our folks in Afghanistan. Right? Abbygate. I mean, we can give endless examples. So I left that in there on purpose. I knew it was there. I was already in the full edit, and I went, you know what? I'm not going to change it. I'll just explain it because they get it, and I know you get it. So guys, with all the things that are going on and with all of the questions and discussions of even April the 8th, what can you do? You can prepare. You can pray, you can prep, and you can be peaceful. I've told you already, tighten your circles. And if you can be prepared and staying at home and being safe with everything that you do, with you doing the best that you can, then what else can you do? That is the best that you can do. And I can tell you right now, it's a heck of a lot more than most people than a lot of other people or most people out there at this point. People are waking up. People are waking up. But rest assured, the majority of them are not to the level that most of you guys are at. You should be very proud of yourself with all that you are doing, have done, and are continuing to try to do, or you are doing. And I really want to push you to continue to stay on that road because, guys, no matter what we talk about, gas prices, how's gas prices in your area? They've jumped like 15 cents in the last 2 days. I mean, we can just go on and on and on. People's behavior, biblical times, gas prices, inflation, rumors of war, rumors about people. You don't know which end is up and which bottom is down. Barack Obama, why are you in the UK? We're kind of confused on that. What's going on there? That's interesting. See what I'm saying? It's something new, something dramatic every single day. And it's all set to confuse you and to confuse me. Get your dose of it so you know what's going on, and then get back to grounding yourself, praying, prepping, and being peaceful and focusing right on what you need to do. Like, subscribe, and share. Appreciate you being here. And I'm going to keep doing videos in the trucks and in the cars because that's what you like. And I appreciate that. I really do want to make a little space in the house in case it's bad weather or, you know, it's really hot outside, or, you know, it's nice to have another little spot. So maybe I'll work on that in the next week or two. We'll see how that develops, because I also want to show you that painting and stuff. It's not a painting, it's a map, but we'll see how far I get. There's a lot to do, but I appreciate your patience and all of your support, and for just being great people, and still maintaining your composure and having a little bit of a sense of humor. You got to do that, guys. We got to do that from time to time. If you don't, we're just going to explode. We're going to explode. All right. I love you. I'll see you guys in the next video. Got a lot of work to do today. You stay busy too, and I love you. It's going to be okay. You know why? Because God's already won. Don't you ever forget that. Godspeed, God bless, and I'll see you guys in the next video.